What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is a variety of life, such as all living things around us. Biodiversity is in our forests and mountains, our rivers and seas, our gardens and parks. Many may not know, but biodiversity provides us with many of the things that sustain our lives. It is very important and essential that we protect the variation of species, their lives, and their habitats because biodiversity is necessary for our quality of life and our standard living. We are currently at a loss in biodiversity through the extinction of many species, which leads to a loss in future. If one animal goes extinct, this can lead to extinction of another species or a third consumer, setting off a chain reaction. The Philadelphia Zoo's 42-acre Victorian garden is home to more than 1,300 animals, many of them rare and endangered. The zoo, fulfilling its mission of conservation, science, education, and recreation, supports and engages in conservation efforts to protect endangered species around the world. Cheetahs, hippos, giraffes, and much more make the Philadelphia's leading family attraction with over 1.2 million visitors last year. Many mammals became extinct in the past millennium. The main cause of their extinction is hunting in their natural habitat. Two mammals have been declared extinct in the new millennium, which are the Pyrenean ibex and the West African monkey. The great one-horned rhinoceros, the African elephant, the Amur leopard, the P. tamarin, and the Godey's monkey are currently in danger. Many scientists believe that this may be the first obvious sign that extinction wave will soon wipe out other mammals. Mongoose lemurs are arboreal and extremely agile, leaping between trees. On the ground, they usually move on all fours, but occasionally burst into a bipedal run. They are active for periods of both day and night. During the dry season, they forage more at night when the air is cooler. The range of the mongoose lemur has probably always been limited, but its range is now reduced to scattered patches of western dry forest. This habitat is threatened by slash and burn farming and charcoal burning. Mongoose lemurs are known to occur in only one protected area, in Kara-Fantsika Nature Reserve. The current wild population is estimated to be between 1,000 and 10,000 animals. This makes the lemurs in captivity especially important, and those at the zoo are part of Europe-wide conservation breeding program. Amphibians are in danger. More than 120 species already gone extinct in 25 years. A devastating fungus is reportedly responsible for this precarious position. Amphibians play a major role in food chain by consuming insects. They also play a role in medical potential. According to the Chicago Tribune, one biologist addresses this alarming phenomenon as one of the largest extinction spasms for vertebrates in history. Pine barrens tree frogs are pale green, with a longitudinal black stripe on each side of the body that forms a facial mask. This stripe is often bordered by a white or lavender line. The forearms are green and white on the underside, and the hands and feet are pale green color. The face is shorter than other North American tree frogs. Endemic to the eastern United States, it is found only in the pine barrens of New Jersey, parts of the upper and lower coastal plains of North and South Carolina, and western Florida Panhandle and adjacent Alabama. Not much is known about the plight of reptiles as a whole, as only 8% of all known reptile species have been evaluated for inclusion on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Habitat loss appears to be the major issue facing reptiles, judging by those surveyed. Sea turtles in particular are vulnerable to destruction of nesting grounds, as well as having their eggs harvested. Non-native species, such as cats and dogs, also play a significant role in the decline of many reptile species. Dumeril's ground boas are grayish-brown with black markings. They have vertical pupils. Their amazing coloration allows them to hide perfectly among the leaf litter of the forest floor. Juveniles have a slight pinkish coloration in their scales. The size of an average adult is 5 feet, but they can reach lengths of 8 feet. They have been listed by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species Sites in Appendix 1 as an endangered species since 1977. Their numbers are declining due to habitat destruction in order to create agricultural areas or grazing for livestock. They are killed due to fear and superstition. Their skins are sold in the markets of Madagascar as well as other countries. They are also exported to be sold in the pet trade. There are no good estimates of exact numbers in the wild, but there are over 9 to 15 inches in the upper shell length. The tortoise is able to live where ground temperatures may exceed 140 degrees Fahrenheit because of its ability to dig underground burrows and escape the heat. At least 95% of its life is spent in burrows. There it is also protected from freezing while dormant, November through February or March. In recent years, desert tortoise of the Mojave Desert have been federally listed as a threatened species. State and federal wildlife and land management agencies and local jurisdictions are actively involved in conservation programs to help the recovery of the desert tortoise throughout the Mojave Desert. Primary threats remaining to the desert tortoise include illegal collection and vandalism by humans, urban area expansion that has destroyed habitat and increased the numbers of ravens, the loss of forage plants due to competition with grazing livestock and replacement by invasive species. So, the big question is, what can we all do to help? Everybody can have a role to play in conserving biodiversity. It is a resource, what makes it a shared responsibility.
Here are some ways that we will be able to help biodiversity. Make use of public transportation, reduce energy waste, use less chemicals, recycle more household items, and lastly, by visiting and finding out more information at www.biodiversityscotland.gov.uk.